Hello, this is step 4 for basic navigation, FileMaker version 12, the 21C database, and we're looking at the main menu. First thing is just passwords. We'll be using the same passwords as in the past, but they will change, so stay tuned for those changes. We have a new interface here for version 12 of FileMaker, which is really robust. You'll notice that the same menu at the top is here, but if you're used to using the old version, you'll see that you have a little bit of a different look and different buttons here. Down in this main area is the product itself. Your main navigation can happen with the buttons that you can click. You'll notice that these look the same. It's very important. The list view is for looking. You can click the button again to toggle to full view, where you'll do your data entry. So you have list view and full view. The main menu has a number of features we'll see. The next thing that we have are little icons. So this little icon here you can click for the full view, although it's actually easier to do it in the button. Later you'll learn about how to enroll students and how to take attendance, and these icons, such as here where you'll be able to enroll a student, these icons you can move around. You may see these little help buttons which click for info, and the help here will offer to go to the website. In addition, there are sorts within these files, so if I click grade here, it's going to sort it by grade. If I click name, it will sort it by name, and we'll have more of these as time goes along. I am in student list view. I'm going to go to student full view. You'll notice the auto enter feature is still here, where if we're doing a number of records and we hit Control N, we create a new record. These areas can be pre-entered. In the interface, if you want to click through records to go to number 47 or 48, these things are all self-explanatory. There's a way to run through these because you'll be in the full view a lot. The inactive buttons here will make a student inactive, which means they will not show up in a drop-down menu, such as here. So if I made a student inactive, they would not show up. Ditto in the program. If it's inactive, that program will not show up in drop-downs. It'll be important to uncheck inactive boxes when you run reports, because you want to have all of your active records show up in your reports, and the inactive ones do not. Speaking of reports, when we run a report, let's say this one, we'll run a script. It's like a calculation, and I'm going to go all the way over to the right side. I don't know if you can see it, but I need to hit that continue button to get out of it. I'm in student save view, and sometimes we'll have save prompts like this where I hit save to save the changes to the record, and you hit yes and it will move on. When you do enter data in here and you just put it in, it will save once it's put in. So sometimes a prompt will come up and sometimes it won't, but when you close out of the database file, when you hit X, the records will be saved whether you've been prompted or not. Now found sets, that is, you want to look up some records and do some investigation. That's to do a find, which I could use this, but I'm just going to hit Control F, and I want to find all the 8th graders, and I'm going to hit enter, and I have my found set now, which has 8 of 99 records. So that's a way you can poke into data. I'm going to hit Control J, or show all records, which all 99 records will show back up. Generally in the records you want to use your tabs. Here I'm tabbing, and Shift Tab, which will bring me back. So you can tab, and I think it's Shift Tab. So I go backwards. Tab, Shift Tab. Which one is that? Anyways, so you can tab and Shift Tab, and you want to try not to use your mouse where possible, just to save your wrist. And it's just more efficient. So you're here, I can use my down arrow and hit enter. use my down arrow and hit enter. It's just going to be easier. Now, let's say I needed to go poke into my records and clean them up. And I went into my attendance full view, and I hit Control F for a find. I'm going to start to get the student. It's Lashonda Daroon. I just typed DE. It brought me right to it. Now I'm just using my arrow, so it's faster. Plus enter. I'm going to arrow down to Lego Robotics. I'm going to hit enter. So these are all the records are going to show up. You're going to notice that there's a red error key. In this right-hand part of records, these are where the arrows show up, the errors. So you always want to look for those. And I'm going to, let's see, Control E, which is erase, and get rid of that record so I cleaned it up.